Hi, my name's Keely and I'm the owner and creator at Shea and Shea, and today I'd like to share with you how I make my grapefruit and chamomile soap. I've been selling my soaps for a little under 12 months now, and this is the first time I've videoed one of my soap making processes, so hopefully everything will go as planned, and if not, there'll be a lot of music overlaid over the top. Now, my videos are not a how-to of how to make soap. If you'd like to learn how to make soap, I'll leave some links to places such as Soap Queen, where she's got some great tutorial videos. This is more to show my customers how I make the products that they buy and to hopefully inspire some other soap makers. Okay, so we'll go and get started. Now, in this bucket I have my oils, which consist of coconut oil, olive oil, shea butter and castor oil. And in this bucket here I have my lye water. We're going to mix the two together, and it's this process which will actually create the soap. The fragrance that I'll be using is from Aroma, an Australian company called Chamomile and Grapefruit. As you heard at the beginning, I actually renamed it to Grapefruit and Chamomile because I had too many too many fragrances beginning with the letter C within my range. And I will also go through the colours as we get to them. So to start with, I'm going to slowly add in my lye water and then blend the two together. Okay, so I've got my oils and my lye mixed to a very light trace, and I'm going to separate some of my batter so we can do some different colours within the soap. Okay, so I'm just going to pour a bit of the soap off into these two buckets so I can mix some yellow and some pink. And then in this big bucket I'm going to colour it with some oil dispersible titanium dioxide. Okay, so we've got the colours all split, and I did pour a little bit of green into this blue one. I had to do that a little bit off camera as I had a little bit of a spill. So we'll get to colouring these other jugs. Now I'm going to use the rose gold mica from My Mica Obsession, as well as the chartreuse mica from My Mica Obsession, and then also from Bath Bomb World I've got a little bit of canary yellow as well. So if I just grab my spoon, and I'm just going to add the mica straight into the jugs here. Now with the green one, because there's such a small amount of soap, I did actually disperse the mica in a bit of oil first, just so it mixes in a little bit better. So now we're going to put in the rose gold. And then into my big container I have some pre-mixed oil dispersible titanium dioxide. So I'll just give that another quick blend and pop that into the bucket. And then we'll give all these a bit of a blend just to get that colour through. Okay, so now we'll add the fragrance oil, which I've got pre-measured out. From everything I've read about the chamomile and grapefruit, it shouldn't accelerate trace, and it also shouldn't discolour. So hopefully that proves to be right in my recipe here. So we'll just give that a quick blend up and then we'll be right to pour into the molds. Scrape, sorry I keep blocking the view there, but I'm just going to scrape this bit of green off, and then I'm going to give the stick blender a quick clean, and then I'll be back to pop it into the mold. Okay, so I have my mold here. I buy these from off eBay from Nicole, and they come with the silicone liners, and I just use a bit of petroleum jelly to hold my sides up. So we'll see if we can get this into the camera shot a bit better. I'm just going to do a very simple drop swirl. I have my spatula here, so we'll just give that just a bit of a stir, and then we'll start pouring into the mold. So I'm just very simply going to put some white in there, drop the other colours in. Once it's all done, I've got some more oil and lye water set to one side, and we're going to do a bit of piping on the top. So we'll get these colours into the mold. As you can see, the soap has actually set up on me. One of the things I have learned since soap making, it doesn't matter what reviews that you read about the oils, just because it doesn't seize up on someone else, it doesn't mean to say it's not going to seize up on you. Not only do I think it's to do with your soaping temperature, it's also to do with the oils that you use and things like that. And obviously grapefruit and chamomile actually doesn't like my oil recipe, but that's alright. It's not going to be exactly the swirl that I was after, but it's still going to look really pretty at the end, hopefully. So we'll just keep plopping all this in here, and then we might pop the hanger through it just to get a really nice swirl, and then we'll come back and do the topping. Okay, so we're about to do the next part for the top of this soap, and I have a different mix of oils and some extra lye water here. Now with my piping or my topping oils, I always add a little bit of beeswax, and that's just to, I find it gives it a really nice consistency for working with. What I'm going to do here is just add a bit of titanium dioxide directly to my oils, as it is oil dispersible. I'm going to mix that in and then add the lye water, and I'm going to blend it quite a bit because I want this soap to be quite thick. Okay, so I've got that to a nice thick consistency. So I'll just clean the stick blender off of most of this soap because I only mix up just enough to go onto the top. So I'm actually not going to be piping it on, but I'm just going to be dolloping it onto the top. I just want the extra soap to be able to sit the chamomile pieces that or the grapefruit pieces that I've done up. So that's looking quite nice at the moment, but I do want it just that little bit thicker. So while I sit and let that thicken up, we will grab in this pot here. This is where I have all my little chamomile pieces. I will eventually get used to where the actual lens is on the camera so I can show you. So I've made these out of melt and pour using, it is meant to be an orange segment or lemon segment. I first of all mix some white the white base with a bit of colouring, and then I pour some clear in the top so it actually looks like you've got the rind and then that nice fruit in the middle. So we have some of those to go on the top, and then I also have in here some chamomile buds which I will sprinkle onto the top as well. So once that soap's set up, we'll come on back and do the top. Okay, so this is actually thickening up quite nicely, so I'm going to actually start mounding it onto the top of the soap, and then I can use a spoon to actually move that soap around. So I've kind of mounded the soap up to the one side of the mould here. What I'm first of all going to do before I start putting any of the embeds in is just give it a quick spray with some 100% rubbing alcohol there. And then I'm going to just sprinkle some of the chamomile. Actually, I've pulled out some here. I'm just going to start putting some of the chamomile flower heads just down the side. Not too many, because I'm someone who actually doesn't really like bits in my bathtub and shower, but I just felt that they were kind of appropriate to the soap. So just put a couple, so there'll be a couple on each bar, which will probably come off on that first use, but they're still in there. I just need a couple down here, and I'm just pushing them into the soap while the soap's still wet, just to make sure that they do adhere nicely. And I just put a couple down there. Okay, so that's the chamomile on. Oh, I've got a little flower stuck to me. Just give them a quick push to make sure that they're stuck in the soap. And now I'm going to pop in all of my little embeds, and I've got my mold marked out so I know where to actually put them, and I think I'm just going to lay them across the top like so. Going to glitter it, but I think I actually will. So I'm just going to grab one of my glitters. This is the Rainbow Dreams glitter from my Micro Obsession, and I have one of the glitter spray pumps from Nurture Soap. I'm just going to give it a very quick sprinkle of glitter just over the grapefruit part, and there we have it. This is my grapefruit and chamomile soap, and here is the grapefruit and chamomile soap up close. So we'll leave it for 24 hours and I'll come back and I'll cut this and show you what the inside looks like. Hi, so we're back today to cut the grapefruit and chamomile loaf. It's been setting for around 24 hours. So I have got my multi-bar cutter here, and I'm going to lay it into the cutter so that my chamomile petals are down so that they don't drag through the top. I can already see I have got glycerin rivers forming, but that's okay. I actually don't mind them. It means that it actually really is handmade soap. And just making sure that they are all going to go through, otherwise we'll have to get the single bar. But that's looking good. Okay. So I'll just grab a piece from the middle here, and that's what we've got. Oh, there's some green. That's what I was looking for. I'm really quite pleased with how that's turned out, considering how much that started to accelerate the trace. That's actually come up really quite pretty. So each piece has got that piece of grapefruit on the top and a few pieces of the chamomile, and then we've got that pink, yellow and green on the way through. So I'll keep cutting these up. These will need to be cured for about 4 to 6 weeks. It is quite humid here at the moment, so I'm thinking more along that 5 to 6 weeks before these ones will be ready, and then they'll be available to purchase either online at soyandshea.com.au, or they will be available at the Cleveland markets. So I hope you enjoyed my first video of the soap making. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, and I will start to bring more videos throughout the year. Thank you very much for watching.